So, Julia Haart, right? She seems to have been a hot topic recently, especially in the Jewish Orthodox community. In short, for those who are not aware of what's going on, she has a show on Netflix about her life in the fashion industry. The novelty here, though, with her, is that she used to be an ultra-Orthodox Jewish woman in an ultra-Orthodox Jewish community, and felt completely constricted by it, and even called it oppressive. It basically does not look too good for us Orthodox Jewish people. She basically left the community so she can feel unrestricted and unoppressed, or something, for the fashion industry, which is the most restrictive and oppressive industry there is. So in response to this, many Orthodox women posted, even though they have to cover up and follow every restrictive guideline, they are hardly limited. And even though they have 1 million kids, are still top executives in very successful companies, and are thus hardly constricted and are living fully expressed lives, despite, in Julia Haart's words, the oppressive impositions of the Orthodox way of life. Follow hashtag #MyOrthodoxLife and you'll see what I'm talking about. Now I'm going to share my opinion on the matter, unpopular though it may be. I actually agree with Julia Haart's sentiment. Okay, take it easy. Let me explain. I do not agree with her choices, but I agree with her sentiment. I'll tell you why. Well, let's put it this way. Is she wrong? Not really. But is she right? Also not really. Are all these people wrong? Also no. Let's take a deeper dive here for a sec. To start with, there are 613 commandments, 365 negative, and 248 positive. So right there are over 100 more no's than there are yeses. Restrictive much? Maybe. And on that topic, many yeses are tied to no's, such that when we are commanded to keep Shabbos, if we break Shabbos, we are breaking 2 commandments. Number 1, the positive commandment to keep Shabbos, and number 2, the negative commandment not to desecrate Shabbos. Seems like God has us walking on eggshells down here. But allow me to put a spin on this. I want to tell you about a conversation that my coach had with someone that he shared with me. This particular individual was struggling with a particular struggle, and he was telling my coach that there was just no way he can overcome it. My coach looks at him dead in the eyes and says, "There is literally no way you can overcome this. You have resigned to being completely enslaved and a victim to the circumstance." With that point-blank moment of absolute truth, he concedes and says, "Well, it would take a Herculean effort." My coach then says, "Well, what is your context? How are you choosing to look at this? Is this whole Judaism thing self-serving, or is it God-serving? What is it about this whole thing that God asks of us to have a Herculean effort to transcend?" The bottom line is, what is your context? If you are self-serving, then yes. You and Julia Haart and everybody else on that path is absolutely right. There is nothing more restrictive than the Orthodox Jewish way of life. But if your context is to transcend, then your inner dialogue would sound something more like, there's gotta be more to this. It can't just be about my money, my possessions, or even my relationships. There's got to be more to this. What is it about this life that God asks of us to put in the Herculean effort, to exceed, to excel, to transform, to transcend? Perhaps it is only ourselves.